Hello and welcome back to another episode of How to Do Things in Valheim with me, Scruffy Joe, Comfort 7. And today we are going to be discussing how you go about killing the fourth boss in the mountains, which is the big dragon whose name I have forgotten. I should probably have looked up before doing this intro. But that's the way I roll. I didn't. I'm just going to call it a big dragon. So we'll start with a quick look at what you're going to need. You should by this point in time be in your wolf, there we go, wolf armor, wolf legs, wolf chest, and wearing a drake helmet, and you should have a wolf fur coat, or cloak, sorry. That's all stuff you've been gathering, which I have left you an instructional video before this one about what to do in the mountains. So you should have all of that. Now the other thing you are going to need is a bunch of arrows. And when I say a bunch, I probably mean like 200. And I would recommend for this fight that you go for poison arrows. We're going to be shooting that poison arrow straight into a dragon's heart. So these are made of obsidian and ooze. So once again, you will have been, or you should have been, collecting obsidian on the mountainside, and ooze. You probably got a chest of it and you were thinking, what on earth am I going to do with all this ooze? Well, you're going to turn it into poison arrows. So go for that. Make yourself about 200 of those and you should be good to go. You will also need yourself a Draugr Fang Bow. This is kind of the best bow in the game. Let me just wander out here and give you the recipe for that in case you don't have it. Where is it? Draugr Fang. So the Draugr Fang is made of ancient bark, which comes from the swamp, silver, which comes from the mountains, deer hide, which comes from any deer anywhere, and guck, which you will mine from trees in the swamp. Now I'm pretty sure I did say at the time in the swamp video, find a tree with green stuff on it and hit it with a pickaxe. This is why, because this is the bow that you want. So anyway, once you have got your armor and your equipment and you've got all the arrows, then it's a question of finding the blasted thing, which, as always, is on a little red tablet, not a big one, but a little one, and you're going to find those in the mountains in kind of castle-like structures, which I will show you an example of now. So the sun went down while I was coming up here to show you what I was talking about, but it doesn't matter, I think you still get the idea. Here we are on top of a mountain, and this is actually what you're looking for. This castle that you can see down here, I'm not the greatest way of showing you, but the problem is if I take too many more steps towards it, I will fall off the side of this massive cliff. Now, I have been down here before personally myself, and I know that this doesn't actually have a little red disc, but that's kind of more helpful in a way because it illustrates how much of a pain in the arse this can actually be. And I ended up ranging over the mountaintops of my world for a fairly substantial amount of time, like about 2 or 3 hours, just wandering around, searching for these castle-like buildings until I eventually found one. Yeah, I mean, this one didn't have it. The second and third one that I found didn't have it. They're not particularly common, but eventually you will find one which has a red disc in it, and that will then add the location of the boss to your map. So without further ado, I'm going to travel to that point and we'll pick it up there, and I'll explain the next part. What you want to be doing also is looking out for these, which are dragon eggs. Now, these actually respawn in these little nests. So if you find one nest, you can mark it on your map and then come back to it 3 separate occasions. But the thing to bear in mind about these particular eggs is that they weigh 200. Once again, it's worth noting this is the type of castle building which you might well be looking for. I kind of lucked out with this one because it's got these outside walls and it's got this lovely little framework over here which I decided I could turn into a sort of a Stargate platform. I'm a big sci-fi nerd. So I built a portal here called Dragon because this is where the dragon lives. On my map, just turned out that way. So for me, it's only a very short hop over here, and I apologise for the blizzard, which is of course exactly the weather I would have. It's actually, when I left the portal at home, it was a bright, clear, blue-skied morning. and now you can't see absolutely nothing at all. And it's even make my jumper become vaguely see-through, which is great. Everyone loves that in YouTube videos. So here we go. This is the summoning location, giant stone table for where you summon the dragon. First thing you're going to want to do when you arrive here is dig a trench all the way around the outside of it, and I'll explain more about that when the fight actually starts. Second thing is to bear in mind, and I think I've mentioned this before as well, you need 3 dragon eggs. Dragon eggs weigh 200 each. So you can't possibly bring 3 here in one go. Unless you come and stand exactly where I'm standing now, and then log into your off-world storage site where you've put 3 eggs in a chest. Pick them all up in one go so you're too heavy to move. Then log off. Log back on here and just simply place the 3 eggs on the table. Right, so once we have finally transported 3 massively heavy dragon eggs to this large sphere, the best thing to do then is to dig a big trench around the outside of it, because then when the dragon appears, it confuses the hell out of the AI, and you can just basically run around the trench shooting the dragon with a bow and arrow, which I will demonstrate for you now. Also worth noting where the dragon is going to appear and not being there. There it is. And generally speaking, the best arrows... Best arrows to be going for are poisonous. So yeah, now we should be able to just sort of wander around. It won't really understand what's going on. And we can just sit here and hurt it, really. It feels kind of unfair, but if you don't do it this way, you're in for a world of trouble. Generally speaking, the best food is some sort of combination of sausages, carrot soup, and another meat, either neck meat or normal meat. I think it's actually got itself stuck, which is great for me, and I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to sit here and carry on shooting it. If it frees itself, I will show you. Oh, right, it's freed itself. It's flown away. So now it's going to try and get an angle on me, basically. And we're just going to hide in the trench. So yeah, it's kind of as long as you can keep your patience and don't get frustrated by the fact that it takes ages, you're okay. As long as you stay beneath the layer of the table, basically. Oh, that missed. How many arrows have we used so far? Right, we have used... I think I used about 60-70 arrows so far. Got another 100 left to go, and then I've got normal arrows just to sort of finish him off if he's still alive. Which he might be, it depends how many times I miss. I mean, they're doing like 50 damage per arrow. I'm not quite sure what his health is. I'm sure somewhere on the internet we can look that up. Now I have just lost my rested bonus and my sausages are running out. That's how long this fight has gone on. So I'm going to just eat some sausages. Midway through battle sausages, I like to call them. Now I just nearly did the thing which gets you killed, which is to go out and look for the dragon. Never go out looking for the dragon. That's how you end up dead. You get a good position on the dragon and then you stay where you are and you wait. And you shoot. And that's how you kill it. Patiently, without any recourse of silliness or risk. And if you can get away with repeatedly shooting it in the backside, then all's the better. Right, he's going for a fly, so we need to just manoeuvre a bit. Because there's going to be some incoming. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we've nearly got him, but we've also nearly run out of bow. I'm not sure how many shots I've got left in the bow. It's a bit concerning. He may well die. Yay! He died because of the poison. We have still got the bow. Everything's great. I can build an artisan table. Everything's great. That's how you kill him. You build a trench, you shoot him repeatedly, don't run out of arrows, try not to let your bow die, and away you go. It's all done, finished. Hooray! Vanquished. Right, I'm off home. So what was it all about? What was it for? Well, this time we've got a couple of things which have dropped. We've got the trophy, which is now already hanging on the little stone circle, which I'll show you in a sec. But we also get dragon tears, which here we are. I've got 8 of them in my bag at the minute, but you pick up 10 when you kill it, and they allow you to build an artisan table, which at the moment doesn't really do that much. But what it does do, if I get out my hammer and open up the menu, what it does do is it opens up 2 extra buildings. One is a spinning wheel and one is a windmill. And these are 2 production-based buildings for crafting stuff, which you will start to be able to use once you've gone and had a bit of an explore in the plains. So I will cover those in my plains exploration episode, but that is the whole point of killing the dragon. In the meantime, let's just quickly nip down the road and show you what the stone circle is looking like. So here we are. This is, and we finally found out the name of the dragon. It's Moder. I forgot about that. Anyway, so yeah, we've got Stag, we've got Elder, we've got Bone Mass, we've got Moder. Now, this one is an amazing buff if you're sailing. Completely pointless if you're not sailing. Whereas I've still got it stuck on Eikthyr because I do spend a lot of my time running around. I can understand why you would want to go for Bone Mass. Bone Mass is a good thing. It's a good. I think it's like 60%. Never got on very well with that one, but for sailing this is brilliant because it just means that you can go at full speed wherever you go in a boat. It's brilliant. Which only leaves us this last one to deal with, which looks like some sort of god-awful Lich King. So we'll figure that one out when we find it. Until then, I am hoping that you are enjoying this series still and that you're going to watch the next one. I hope you find these things helpful. If there are stuff that I've missed, things that you still want me to do that I haven't done yet, please do let me know in the comments section. And also remember to hit those likes and the subscribe button so that you get the notifications and you just generally cheer me up. Thanks very much. See you next time. Bye bye.